Our area's most beautiful properties deserve the finest realtors. Meeks Realty Group. We focus on buying and selling residential and commercial properties throughout the tri-state area. Contact Meeks Realty Group online at meeks.us or call 304-440-1101.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. 580 Live is presented by Thornhill Automotive and is broadcast live from the Parmar Stores studio. The country, the United States of America. The state, West Virginia. The city, Charleston. This is 580 Live. And your host of 580 Live.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey folks, good Thursday morning to you from the Parmar Store Studio. 580 Live brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group and the voice of Charleston, WCHS. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. 580 Live presented by Thornhill Auto Group. It's Chevy truck season at Thornhill. At the GM Superstore specifically, qualified buyers through GM Financial can get 0 APR on new 2023 Silverado 1500s and up to $7,500 off select lifted trucks too. Visit ThornhillGMSuperstore.com or on US 119 in Chapmanville. And we do the show from the Parmar Store studio. If there's not a Parmar, Ohio. So if you happen to be in that part of the world, you may want to stop by. Also remember a little bit more locally that if you stop by any Parmar store during the month of September, pick up a world's best chocolate bar for only $1, and all proceeds, 100% of the proceeds from that will benefit the Children's Home Society of West Virginia. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Ryan Nicholson is our producer today. Big stuff on the show today. It's opening day of Rib Fest. It is indeed, and we've got Aaron Wood and Morgan Robinson from Rib Fest to talk about that. I mean, we're talking about today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots of great food, and again, the location has moved. Not at Shawnee this year. It's at Haddad Riverfront Park, and Morgan and Aaron are going to join us to talk about that a little bit later on. Plus, we'll get into some things in the news as well. And as always, your phone calls and texts are welcome. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Well, we're about to have a new judge here in the Circuit Court in Kanawha County. We want to welcome in Stephanie Abraham, who later today will be sworn in as the new circuit judge serving the 13th Judicial Circuit here in Kanawha County. Stephanie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being it now right now, right?
Right, and for you always. But
yeah, so you're just Stephanie today. Okay. Now, you were appointed to the office following the retirement of Judge Duke Bloom at the end of June. And it's a pretty amazing figure here, Stephanie. You are the 6th woman on the bench in a 7-judge circuit.
Correct.
That's not bad numbers for your gender.
Right.
You know?
No, it's wonderful. And I will say all the judges in the circuit have been so warm and welcoming to me. And so it's wonderful to get an opportunity to work with all of them.
Tell us a little bit about you. Give us the bio on Stephanie Abraham.
Sure. Well, I'm obviously an attorney. I have represented a large variety of clients in my life. I think I bring a really nice, broad perspective to the bench. Most recently, I've been working for the State Board of Education, practicing education law. Done that for the department as well. I'm a small business owner. I'm my own firm where I practice real estate and property law. I've started my career in litigation. I've also taught at higher ed and have a background in business. So I think I bring a unique perspective to the bench. So I'm excited to get started.
So what is it about the law and eventually being a judge that interested you going back, to your childhood or teen years or whenever you decided that you wanted to do this? Is this something that you've always aspired to? Did you just kind of fall into it? What's your level of interest going back?
Well, I've always wanted to be an attorney. I fully admit I don't think I ever expected to be a judge.
Right.
But I have always believed in public service. It's a big part of my life. And I think when you have the opportunity to serve your community and serve your county, and deliver justice to those who bring the issues in front of the bench, then that's a unique opportunity and such an honor and a privilege to be able to do for the folks in this county.
And you're following in some pretty big shoes, or
so.
robe, or whatever you want to say it,
exactly.
of Judge Duke Bloom is kind of a legendary figure here in the Kanawha Valley.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm just so grateful to him. He's been such a mentor to me and continues to be. I strive to fill that seat with the same honor that he performed his judicial role. So
again, we're talking with Stephanie Abraham, who later today will be sworn in as the newest Kanawha County Circuit Judge serving the 13th Judicial Circuit. Bear with me for a second on this, Stephanie. And this term has been thrown around a lot lately, and it's called legislating from the bench, right. Meaning that critics of our current judicial system, not necessarily, I'm not talking about Kanawha County, I'm talking about our court system in America in general. Many have said that that some judges see themselves as more trying to make laws than ruling on existing law. Now, I'm not an attorney, obviously, so I don't know if too much is being made of that or not, but you get the point I'm going through. Any comment from you on those criticisms?
Sure, and we've certainly heard that even at the highest levels of our judiciary. I don't believe that would be my role as a judge. We do not create laws. We enforce and interpret the laws as they are written. I will not bend or shape any law to get any kind of conclusion ahead of time, and each case that comes before me and my bench will be decided solely on the facts and the law of that particular case.
And as an attorney and now as a judge, you and again, there's not a heck of a lot you or any person on the bench can do about this, but primarily what you are going to see is going to somehow be related to opioids. I mean, so, the crimes, law enforcement and attorneys and whoever will tell you that what is it? It's probably 90% of the cases that come through somehow are related, whether they're theft or whatever, somehow are related to drugs.
Yes, I think that's true. Certainly, in my experience, in my career, I have seen how that's impacted kids, especially students here in West Virginia. I see what those families and those children are dealing with on a daily basis, and it's certainly an enormous problem. But we owe that to them to make sure we make good decisions on their behalf, because certainly they are the future of our communities, the future of our state. They're hard cases, but that's certainly something that I take very, very seriously. Will do my utmost to make sure that we deliver good decisions for those kids.
So what are you most looking forward to as after you're sworn in today, day one on the job? What are you most looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to day one on the job.
actually getting there.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking to do. I intend to hit the ground running on Friday. Mm-hmm. I am grateful to Judge Bloom. He has left me.
So you're sworn in today,
right?
And then tomorrow morning you report to work.
Exactly.
That's the way it works.
That's
right?
how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am absolutely looking forward to getting started and diving in. And like I was saying, that there's a great staff already in place in that office. So very much looking forward to getting started with all of them.
Well, wish you the best of luck and congratulations. Now, the ceremony is today in the courtroom of the Kanawha County Courthouse at 2:30. And I understand Governor Justice himself is going to be doing the ceremony.
Yes, I'm honored. He will be delivering the oath to me, so it's wonderful that he's agreed to do that. I'm just very grateful.
Well, congratulations and best of luck with everything. And anytime that you want to come back on the show, you're more than welcome to. We wish you the best of luck. And again, the ceremony is at 2:30 this afternoon. Friends, family, and everybody will be there to support you. And then they look at you and go, all right, it's time to go to work now.
That's right. We're ready to get started after
right.
that. So.
Stephanie Abraham, again, she will be sworn in later today as the newest Kanawha County Circuit Judge serving the 13th Judicial Circuit. Congratulations on your appointment, and good luck with everything with the swearing in today, and good luck tomorrow. And I hope I don't see you.
Well, not officially anyway, right?
Yeah, right. All right, Stephanie Abraham, we're going to take a break. Hold on 1 second here before you leave, Steph. 580 Live is brought to you part by General Hardware and Lumber of Winfield. From kitchens to paint to decks, straight framing wood, roofing metal, anything else you need, you're going to find it at General Hardware and Lumber of Winfield. Piggly Wiggly Hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Ribfest is here. And it starts today at Haddad Riverfront Park. Morgan Robinson, Aaron Wood are going to join us to talk about that. Coming up next from the Parmar Store Studio, 580 Live is brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses bring first-class businesses to your community.
We are professional grade. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to enjoy more with Thornhill GM Superstore. And GMC is leading the way. Whether it's the rugged GMC Sierra pickup or the versatile GMC Acadia, Thornhill has a perfect GMC for you. Powerful, reliable, and comfortable truck? Then don't miss this opportunity to get the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can enjoy 0.9% APR financing plus $3,250 purchase allowance with an eligible trade. And that's not all. Take advantage of no monthly payments until 2024. Click or come by ThornhillGMSuperstore.com. We are professional grade. Get more on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. For all offers through financial seek Thornhill for all details.
Elevators. You take them for granted until they let you down. If you're working to maintain a stellar reputation, then let me introduce you to DC Elevator. We want to work with you to make sure your people get where they are going. What could be better than a new company coming to the area and already having 45 years of experience? DC Elevator is bringing a new culture of elevator maintenance, repairs, modernization, and installation to West Virginia. Don't leave your people hanging. For a free consultation, call DC Elevator at 304-345-7222.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
580 Live brought to you in part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Birds continue their road swing in Lexington tonight. They're back at Gomar Ballpark to close out the season. Tomorrow night, also Saturday and Sundays, they'll be taking on the Blue Crabs of Southern Maryland. Visit dirtybirdsbaseball.com for more information. And just because the Dirty Birds season is ending doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to stop talking about the Dirty Birds, because there's things going on at the ballpark long after the season is over. Eden Douglas from the Dirty Birds is actually going to join us tomorrow to talk about some things going on as it relates to the ballpark. I want to talk about some food. I want to talk about ribs. Now, Rib Fest is back. It starts at Riverfront Park later this afternoon, today, tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday as well. Aaron Wood and Morgan Robinson join us to talk about it. Guys, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. We're hungry.
Well, yeah.
We're thinking about ribs already. I just read that one of the guys, just one of the vendors, 5,000 pounds of meat. And that's just one of them. They're ready. They're ready for us to come.
And all the sides that come along with it. See, I'm a big believer, guys. I love the ribs and I love the brisket and everything, but if you don't have the quality sides, it ruins the meal.
Dave, I'm so glad you said that, because I was afraid to say it. It's like an unpopular opinion, but I fully agree. You got to paint the whole picture.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got to have the baked beans, the coleslaw, the whatever else that you have with. So now again, I want to make sure people realize Rib Fest had been at Shawnee for the last few years. It is at Haddad Riverfront Park now. Aaron Wood is kind of the CEO of this thing now. So what are you most looking forward to this year, Aaron?
Well, I'm looking forward to bringing a big party to the city of Charleston. We are having rib vendors from all over the East Coast, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina. These are some big boys. They can throw out a lot of ribs, and their ribs are finger-licking, lip-smacking good.
Good stuff, yeah. And again, if people maybe listen, they say, well, I'm not really into ribs. The thing about it is there's a whole lot more than just ribs there. A whole lot more.
A whole lot more. I mean, there's different meat choices, obviously. But like you said, if you're in the game for the sides, we've got you covered on that as well. Dessert, everything. And we've got our local boys. Dempsey Brothers are going to be there. And we've got all kinds of ways that you can support Rib Fest, support the Charleston community, and just have an amazing time with your family while you're doing it. And there are literally, guys, people literally coming from all over the country for this. I mean, every year. These vendors. How many vendors are we looking at? Approximately, I know it's a ballpark figure. How many are we looking at approximately?
We're looking at approximately 40 vendors. We have different types of businesses that are going to be showcasing their business as well. And then we have a 500-foot fun zone for the kids, about 20 different rides and inflatables that they can get on for the day. And then on top of that, we got all the great entertainment that's going to be there all weekend long.
And I want to get into that musical lineup, man. I tell you that, I mean, we got some big time heavy hitters that people, some local folks, some regional folks, and some nationally and world renowned people like Confederate Railroad, like Kentucky Headhunters that are going to be there. What exactly is the musical lineup?
So we're going to be kicking things off tonight with the Esquires. They are popping everything off on this amazing Thursday. We've got the Vandal Band, Best of Winona, which is a Winona Judd tribute band. And I'll tell you, that is one thing that I've heard more about than anything else. People love the Judds. I'm from Kentucky, so I'm a Judd fan myself.
It's mandatory in Kentucky, right?
It is mandatory in Kentucky. We all think we're related to them or Billy Ray Cyrus in one way or the other.
Exactly.
So I chose to go the Judds path. I think I chose wisely, so we're going to go with that. So Esquires are actually tomorrow night. We've got the Blues Brothers, John Ellison Carpenter Ants, which amazing local group that everybody's familiar with. Your very own Woody Woods is going to be spinning some tunes for us on Saturday or on Friday. We've got Charlie Brown Coasters, Polly and the Greaseballs, which may be the best name for a band I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's the Golden Oldies night. And then on Sunday, we are finishing everything out. Like you said, Confederate Railroad is capping the evening off. We've also got Soul Moments and the Wing Eating Contest, which will be the most highly contested battle outside of the backyard
and I've got
brawl.
the full lineup, and there have been some additions to that. And I'm going to go over that a little bit later on. But getting back to the food, getting back to the vendors,
it's all about the food.
One of the great things I like about RibFest, again, as you said, there's that local element in there. There always has been with RibFest, all 23 years of it. But then you go and you look at the people and where they come from, and they've all, generally speaking, got their banners out there that says, we won this in North Carolina, we won this in Texas, we won this. I mean, these are some heavy hitters that come here, Aaron.
Oh, absolutely. And they know how to cook ribs. They're all smoked ribs. Last night they put all their smokers to work, and the smell and that I was walking up and down the boulevard, the smell of those ribs cooking, it was just mouth-watering.
Yeah, and it would not be possible without the sponsors, and the sponsors make it all happen. So we got to, as they used to say, the old cliche was pause for the cause. But you've got to give them an opportunity. One of you guys is going to have to throw out the sponsors there. So make sure we get them all in there.
All right, I'm going to leave that one up to Aaron. But yeah, it's all about the sponsors. It's all about the community members that come out and they support their own and have a great time while doing it. I also want to throw in, if you are worried that we are not aware that there is a football game on Saturday.
There is?
I know. I've heard about it. Not sure. Something called the Backyard Brawl. I keep hearing Sweet Caroline in my dreams, and I don't know why. But we've got it covered. So you don't have to hang out at home. You don't have to go to Morgantown. We have got the biggest tailgate this side of Morgantown going on. Aaron, you want to talk a little bit about what you guys have set up for the WVU game?
Sure. So we got a 20-foot LCD screen that's going to be set up on the boulevard on Saturday. And our goal is to have the biggest tailgate outside of Morgantown for the game on Saturday. We're going to be selling some great T-shirts for everybody to wear for the game. We'll be setting up a special beer tent next to the screen. And we hope to have a bunch of people out to watch the game, eat some ribs, and have a few refreshments.
Now, explain how the beer tent's going to work, because that's something I think. It obviously it is a tent. It's kind of separate from everything else. Explain how that'll work.
Well, obviously we'll be selling beer at the event. So we'll have Spriggs Distributing, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Mountain State Brewing, all at our event. We have 5 or 6 different stations throughout the boulevard to get a refreshment.
And plenty of other drinks, too, of the non-alcoholic variety.
Yeah, water.
If you don't want to,
Pepsi was a big sponsor this year, so we'll be selling Pepsi this year as well.
And there's usually, based on years past, there's usually somebody selling something other than sodas, too, like a lemonade or something like that. There's usually something like that.
There'll be frozen lemonade, regular lemonade, iced tea, all that good stuff.
Oh, Quantum Sports, one of the sponsors there, Poca Valley Bank, Optimum, West Banco, GoMart, and of course we're a big part of that too. The stations of WVRC Media, and we're proud to be a part of that. And Morgan, the weather looks fantastic. You did a good job on the weather.
Dave, I called in a lot of favors.
Yeah.
There might have been some blackmail involved,
Yeah.
but Mother Nature is on our side. Knock on every surface in this station. But the weather is looking absolutely amazing for the next 4 days. If you get the meat sweats, you'll be cooled down. It's going to be just fine. I'm telling you. We are making...
Speaking of names of bands, the meat sweats. But
right? I feel like that could be a whole show in and of itself. Yeah. 2 cats in a bag. I don't know. We have plenty of ideas for band names. But yeah, there's truly something for everyone, and you don't have to walk far far to have a lot of different types of entertainment. Like Aaron said, we've got the game going on Saturday. You can also watch live music while that's happening. You've got your kids with you. We have the entire kids zone.
Talk about the kids zone. Let me interrupt on the kids zone. Talk about what's going to be going on in the kids zone.
So the Kids Zone has over 20 different rides and inflatables presented by Quantum Party Rentals. So lots of things for them to jump around, bounce around on, have fun, get out all of that energy so you can enjoy the rest of your evening. We've got a petting zoo. Aaron, I think there's also going to be a dinosaur there. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're going to have the dinosaur experience. So we have a huge T-Rex that comes in and we'll be going up and walking up and down the boulevard. It actually looks like a real dinosaur. So it'll be a photo op.
Oh, give us the hours again.
We'll be open for lunch today from 11 to 2.
All right, so let me jump in there. So you people in downtown Charleston, we have great businesses in downtown Charleston, but sometimes you like to have something a little bit different that you can't get every day. So if you're listening to us in one of the law offices, the banks, or something in downtown Charleston, you are open for lunch today.
Yep, we're open for lunch today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
And then the event opens. The whole event opens on Thursday and Friday at 4. And runs till 10, and then Saturday we're open from 11 to 10, and Sunday we're open from 12 to 9.
All right. So let's talk about this wing eating contest. Now, this is going to be Sunday. Is that right?
Sunday at 6 o'clock. We got Major Harris coming in.
So we got Major Harris. We have another WVU legend in Avon Coburn. I think that's going to be a part of that.
Avon Coburn's going to be a part of it.
Kenny Bass.
Kenny Bass.
Last year's champ, Brian Oxley. I was actually at RibFest there the last couple of years, and I don't remember, and Aaron, you may know this, do you remember exactly how many wings he ate and what the time frame was? Do you remember? Because I don't.
I do not remember. I was actually not.
But it was a whole heck of a lot of wings.
A heck of a lot of wings. I think that's the official number.
Yes.
And Avon came in second, and he is gunning this year.
Okay,
he wants to be the winner.
He's been training.
He has been training.
So you got Major Harris, you got, as I say, Kenny Bass, you got Avon Coburn, you got Brian Oxley, who was last year's winner, Anthony Lewis is going to be part of it, Jim Strawn.
The underdog, I think.
I said that on the show yesterday. With all due respect to Jimmy,
with all due respect,
I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
But I'm here for him. I'm gunning for him. I'm here for him. I'll be the wind beneath his wings.
and a couple of our folks here from 1111. We got Woody Woods, who's going to be a big part of this thing anyway, because you said he's going to be performing.
He's going to be performing. So he's warming up on Friday, and then he's eating on Sunday.
And also, my good buddy, exactly what Rob is doing with this. Rob's been with us for a couple of months. He actually was here before, and then he left and came back.
Yeah.
Rob's got this thing going with his hair, and he's been growing it out.
Okay.
And it's been a big social media thing, and there's going to be something happen with Rob's hair at RibFest.
At RibFest?
At RibFest. He's doing something with RibFest, and maybe I'll get him on the show
so
tomorrow
mysterious.
to talk about it. But if you follow Rob on social media and you follow KWS, our Superstar Country sister station, Rob's got this long, flowing, like curly hair, and he's been growing it out, and he's been promising that he's going to do something special at RibFest as it relates to the hair. The hair won't be anywhere near the food.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
No, it's not
hair
going to be
and
anywhere
food
near
don't
the
normally
food.
mix.
So you got the wing eating contest. What does the winner get? Just the championship, or
big old trophy, about that big.
Yeah, and some Pepsin or some antacid or something. Right?
Maybe.
Listen, I think we all know bragging rights are. I mean, 364 days of bragging rights until next year.
Yeah.
And if Avon's coming for it, I mean, I'm interested.
Right.
Woody's already talking about it.
Oh, he's been
ready.
talking smack
He's ready.
already about it. But you get these other folks that are in there. And don't underestimate Kenny Bass.
I'm not underestimating anybody. I think it is anybody's game. This is going to be a more heated contest than the backyard brawl.
It may very well be. So what kind of work goes into this? This is your first year as part of this, Aaron. There's a whole lot of work that goes into a big old event like this.
There is a tremendous amount of work, actually more work than I realized. I mean, from organizing the sponsors, organizing the vendors, all the licensing, all of the city licensing, all the health department licensing, all of the inflatable licensing, setting up the actual layout to setup day, and getting all the vendors on the same page so that you have a successful event and all the equipment is there that you need is definitely a huge undertaking. We've been throwing parties for people through Quantum Party Rentals for years. So this was our first chance, to throw our own party to kind of thank you, City of Charleston, for the years of support with our businesses, and come down, There's no charge this year. Pay for your ribs.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You got to pay to get into the fun zone for your kids. But come down, listen to some music, enjoy yourself, forget about your troubles, and let's have a party.
So if you're looking for, again, free entertainment, we can't give you the ribs for free. We can't give you the kids zone for free. But if you want to come down, I mean, when else are you going to get the opportunity to come down and see a group like, Confederate Railroad, Kentucky Headhunters, the Winona Tribute, all these others that you mentioned, absolutely free of charge.
Yeah.
It's absolutely free of charge. It's on the boulevard. And I know that you started, I think, yesterday in trying to get ready. Well, you started a long time ago getting ready, but I'm talking about logistically on site. I think it was yesterday with the closing down some of the streets. And we want to make sure people realize if they are coming into Charleston to work or to shop or doctor's appointments or whatever, that there are some street closures associated with this. But it'll all be over here in a couple of days. And it's going to be worth it, as I said, to get all these people. And any estimate on the crowd, what you'd like to see? I know you're going to say 1 million, Aaron, but I mean, any crowd estimates here?
I mean, if we could get 40,000 people there, I would be super excited.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's totally doable.
I don't know why you could. We had a texter. Somebody said, please try your best to sync the video with Tony Caridi. So we'll try to work that out. They want the play-by-play of Tony Caridi.
Yeah.
Text says that the wing contest about how many you can get or how hot you can go. No, it's about the volume, right?
It's the volume.
Yeah.
We're going for quantity.
Yeah, it's not about the heat or anything.
No, but
like
I do
that.
like that idea. I mean,
Well,
the
that may
whole
be
hot
something-
ones concept.
Yeah, you could do something like that maybe in the future. Maybe do who can stand the hottest. Of course, that's going to involve attorneys and
Yes.
and contracts and
Lots
things of that nature.
of waivers
Yes.
being
Right now on your Facebook page, your website. What's the best place to follow them?
all the above. So we're pretty active on Facebook. We're going to be doing some live videos down there today to give everybody a little insight of what they can expect and what you can look forward to. You can also find us on wvribfest.com. We've got the full lineup, schedule of activities, everything that's going on there. But yeah, Facebook is a great way to follow us. Charleston WV Rib Fest. We're going to have all the updates, all the information, and a little behind the scenes peek of what's happening today through Sunday.
All right, and give us the hours again.
So today we're open for lunch. We're opening at 11. We'll be open from 11 to 2. And then again this evening until 10 p.m. We're open this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Aaron, what is it Saturday and Sunday that our hours are?
Saturday is going to be 11 to 10 at night, and Sunday will be 1 o'clock to 9 at night.
All right. And again, the activities that we're talking about are free. The food's not free, but the activities are. So there's not a charge to get in to bring the entire family down. If you would just want to come in and take in the concerts or whatever, we want you to buy the ribs and all the sides and everything that goes. But you don't have to. Food items available there, too. It's not just about barbecue.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you want to come down and have world-class cheesecake, if you want to come down and have Zool's frozen drinks, if you want to come down and have Oshi's Asian cuisine, there's going to be all kinds of different cuisines to choose from. We have Cozumel bringing in the Mexican cuisine, really anything you could possibly want.
And again, that the fact that WVU and Pitt just happens to fall on that Saturday night. This is if you're not going to make it to Morgantown, forget about watching it in a sports bar, or forget about watching it at home or whatever. Come down here among at that particular night, maybe 10,000 of your closest friends and watch it on the big screen down there. That's going to be pretty good stuff, and enjoy some great food along the way as well. And again, Quantum Sports Center, hats off to you guys, for doing this. And Quantum, you just did a fantastic job. Poca Valley Bank, Optimum, West Banco, GoMart, and the stations WVRC Media. We are certainly proud to be a part of this. We really, really are. It's going to be great stuff. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Aaron, I appreciate you being here. Morgan, always a pleasure to have you as well. We'll be looking forward to your videos that you'll be doing from there, telling us all about it.
Tell me if I have barbecue on my face.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm going to say it looks fine.
Okay,
whether
all
you have
right.
whether you're covered in barbecue.
You know what? If you've got barbecue on your face, that's a sign of a successful event and a good day in my book.
And don't wear your white shirts. That's probably not a good idea. Do not wear a white shirt to this thing, because it's not a successful rib event if you don't come home with barbecue on you. You got to do that. Let me mention this too before we let you guys go. I'm presuming that all these vendors are going to have to-go orders available as well, right? Because that's generally what they do.
Yeah. You want to come down for lunch today? You only have 15, 20 minutes. You come in, you grab your lunch, you head back and eat it at the office. We want you to stay and enjoy the entertainment, enjoy the gorgeous weather. But if you're on a time crunch, we can take care of you. All
right. Guys, best of luck as well. Aaron and Morgan, always a pleasure to talk to you both. And good luck with everything this weekend. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Rib Fest is going on. one of the many activities going on in the area this weekend. So go check it out. And again, if you're looking for something different to do for lunch today, they're going to be opening around lunchtime. So go down there and get you some stuff. Although if you go down and you get like a big giant rib dinner, you may not be worth anything back at the office today. But the boss will understand, I'm sure. Thanks, guys, for being here. It's 9:38 and 580 Live, of course, brought to you part by QC Kinetics. If you're tired of dealing with pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulder, or your back, get relief without surgery, drugs, or downtime. Call QC Kinetics of Huntington and Cross Lanes, 304-202-5566 for a free consultation, 304-202-5566 for QC Kinetics of Huntington and Cross Lanes. Back after this from the Parmar Store Studio, 580 Live, brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group and the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for shopping locally.
Thrive with 5 at the best community bank in the Kanawha Valley, Poca Valley Bank. Poca Valley Bank is now offering a certificate of deposit special, 10-month APY, annual percentage yield 5%. Take advantage of this great rate to grow your savings. For more information, stop by a Poca Valley Bank location today or call 844-782-2651. Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Certain terms and conditions apply. Rates based on minimum annual percentage yield. Subject to change without notice. Minimum deposit required of $10,000 of new money not currently on deposit with Poca Valley Bank to receive APY. Member FDIC.
Ahoy, Charleston! Get ready for the event of the summer, the Midsummer Sale at Trojan Landing Marine. Everything in stock is on sale with $3,000 to $5,000 off everything and up to $15,000 off select products. Discover the boat of your dreams at unbeatable prices. Visit Trojan Landing Marine in Charleston or TrojanLanding.com for heart-pounding deals. As your one-stop shop for boating, they'll make your summer unforgettable. Don't miss the Midsummer Sale at Trojan Landing Marine in Charleston or online at TrojanLanding.com.
We are professional grade. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to enjoy more with Thornhill GM Superstore, and GMC is leading the way. Whether it's the rugged GMC Sierra pickup or the versatile GMC Acadia, Thornhill has a perfect GMC for you. Powerful, reliable, and comfortable truck? Then don't miss this opportunity to get the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can enjoy 0.9% APR financing plus $32.50 purchase allowance with an eligible trade. And that's not all. Take advantage of no monthly payments until 2024. Click or come by ThornhillGMSuperstore.com. We are professional grade. Get more on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. For all offers through financial seek Thornhill for all details.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Pepperoni pizza and a stromboli for $22.99. Visit Hudson'sPizza.com for more details. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text 304-935-5008. Rib Fest, indeed, back in Charleston. So looking forward to it. Going to be a whole lot of people. I mean, 40,000 people. That's pretty good if they can get that over the next couple of days. And the weather, as I said, looks absolutely fantastic. I think there was a slight chance of a shower maybe popping up over the weekend, but over the next couple of days, man, especially, it's going to be nice. And they did ask me to mention again that they are going to be open for lunch today at Rib Fest. So again, if you're one of the folks, and we have great dining opportunities in downtown Charleston, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you want something a little bit different. It's not every day that you can get ribs, that are prepared by people from literally all over the country. So they asked me to mention that they will be opening up for lunch down there. So if you're one of the folks that works downtown and you're looking for something just a little bit different, something out of the ordinary that you can't get every day, you may want to go down and check out lunch today with the folks at Rib Fest. 580 Live brought to you in part by Meeks Realty Group. As a locally owned real estate powerhouse, they specialize in residential and commercial properties. No property too big or too small for Meeks Realty. Their team of the finest realtors in the business. Meeks Realty Group is your trusted partner in finding your dream. The circuit judge of Kanawha County coming up later today after the swearing in at 2:30. Text says, it's so nice we can celebrate an unelected bureaucrat whose political connections enable them to receive the power to tell others what to do. So be it. So let's talk WVU for a moment. No, I'm not talking about the backyard brawl. The governor yesterday said he supports the so-called budget tightening at West Virginia University. Belt tightening, I think, was the term that he used. The governor went on to say that he has, quoting now, all the confidence in the world in WVU President Gordon Gee. And we're talking about this $45 million in deficits, with many experts saying that could raise to as much as $75 million. So as it stands right now, the Board of Governors are due to meet at 10:30 this morning. And there will be a public comment period as part of all that, I understand. Now, tomorrow morning at 9, the Board of Governors will gather again. And as I understand it, that meeting will include a vote on final recommendations on what officials at WVU are calling academic transformation. The board could look at cutting as many as 147 faculty positions and up to 130 academic programs. So who exactly are the Board of Governors? Well, there are several, and there are some names that are familiar. Brad McElhenney points out at the story at WVMetronews.com. Lead story, as a matter of fact, when you go there. Charlie Capito, who is the husband of Senator Shelley Moore Capito and the father of Delegate and gubernatorial candidate Moore Capito. We'll have more on more, if you will, coming up in a couple of moments. He's part of it. Not Moore Capito. I'm talking about Charlie. Bray Carey, he formerly a media mogul here in West Virginia with several media holdings, including locally at one time WOWK-TV 13, and at one time a trusted advisor to the governor. Just a few of the people that are on board. Now some Democrats in the legislature want the governor to call a special session to deal with all of this. Delegate John Williams from Mon County was one of those, and he was on Hoppy talking about it yesterday. So it's going to be a busy 2 days as it pertains to this huge story. And I know there are those, I was talking to somebody the other day, said, I'm so sick of hearing about WVU. Well, this is the land-grant institution for the state of West Virginia. And what has happened there is indicative of problems in higher education across America. And I've said, and I've talked to everybody on both sides of the aisle, both sides of the story, people with different opinions, they all agree the entire country literally is watching what goes on with this story, at least the entire country as it pertains to higher education. Because of the problems that are going on at WVU are not exclusive to West Virginia University. They are happening at universities across America and there's various reasons why, and there's plenty of finger pointing to go along, and this group did it, and it's Gordon Gee's fault, or this guy. I mean, there's a lot of blame to go around. But this story is getting nationwide attention because they're facing the same things in other states as it pertains to higher education as well. So Brad McElhenney is always on top of the story, and he'll be covering it exclusively, well, not exclusively, but in depth, I should say, at WVMetronews.com and all the social media sites as well. So you want to definitely follow along with that. Speaking of Delegate Capito, as I was earlier, he was on with Hoppy yesterday, and he says he will endorse and support Governor Justice, who wants to be Senator Justice. Brad with the story posted at WVMetronews.com, and you can actually, when you go to the webpage, you can actually listen, in case you missed it, listen to a clip of the audio as part of the Brad story that he posted. Among other superlatives about the governor, Moore Capito called Governor Justice lifelong West Virginian, referred to him, which is true, lifelong West Virginian, much like himself. I thought it was interesting the way he chose that wording to say, like myself, Jim Justice is a lifelong West Virginian. That is a not so subtle jab at Congressman Alex Mooney, and probably a little jab at one of Moore Capito's opponents for governor, that being Attorney General Patrick Morrisey. But the interesting thing to look at here is, did Jim Justice then endorse Moore Capito for governor? Well, no. He says he had nice things to say about Moore Capito, but he says he will endorse a candidate at some point, the candidate that will take his job as governor, but he's not ready to do that just yet. And keep in mind, folks, that it's only September. It used to be, as you've heard me say before, all this political talk for the next year started at Labor Day. It looks like Steve Williams may be the only one, the Huntington mayor, that adhered to that announced his run on the Democratic side for governor on Labor Day at the UMWA picnic in Racine. He's the only one that really followed that old unwritten rule, if you will, about not getting things going until Labor Day. The others have already been out raising money and shaking hands and kissing babies and doing whatever else it is you have to do to get elected these days. More about raising money than it is babies and hands, I can tell you that. But we got a lot of positioning to go between now and then. Phone calls to 580 Live are a service of Biggly Piggly Wiggly. When you shop at your locally owned Biggly Piggly Wiggly, be sure to join their loyalty program. You can save big at the gas pumps and throughout the store with their electronic coupons and free gifts on Fridays just for stopping by. From farm to table, Biggly Piggly Wiggly, the best kept secret in Charleston. Texting services provided by Fruth Pharmacy, your hometown family pharmacy. Text says, when was the last time that Judge Abraham represented a client at a trial in court and took the case to a verdict? I do not know, but I'll look into that. I don't know. Text said, I agree with the texter about the judge. And I think that was the one that talked about unelected bureaucrats. I mean, it's just the way the system is set up. It's just the way it is. Text says, why is it always rich people get on these boards and public service commission? Who's looking out for the middle class and poor? I think this is why these schools are in the shape that they're in. Just saying. Well, there is something, I think, to be said for that, but I think there's also something to be said for people that serve on boards, whether it's board of governors or whatever, public or whatever, tends to be people that have a lot of experience in life with dealing with these things in their business world and whatever. And are we going to lie and say it's not about political connections? Of course we're not. Of course, that's always a big part of it, too. All right, we're going to take a break. I got more to get to coming up. Your phone calls and a text are always welcome. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy text, 304-935-5008. For the Parmar Store Studio, 580 Live is brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses live to make life better for you and your family.
I'm not exaggerating when I say this. QC Kinetics can change your life. You can live again without that chronic joint pain and without drugs or surgery. Hey, it's Dave Allen. QC Kinetics is advanced regenerative medicine. They take your body's own concentrated healing properties and put them right into your joint to restore and repair that damaged tissue that's causing all that horrible pain. The patient satisfaction reports are astonishing. Finally, a real alternative to the old ways of dealing with pain. And unlike surgery, there's no downtime with QC treatments. If you have constant pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or back, you need to call and get a free consultation from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics today. Imagine this fall moving around pain-free, doing the things you love again, walking, hiking, playing with the grandkids. Call QC Kinetics and see how the latest advances in precision regenerative medicine can attack your pain and bring you long-lasting relief. Call QC Kinetics of Huntington and Cross Lanes for your complimentary consultation. 304-202-5566. 304-202-5566.
We are professional grade. Hey, it's Sydney inviting you to enjoy more with Thornhill GM Superstore, and GMC is leading the way. Whether it's the rugged GMC Sierra pickup or the versatile GMC Acadia, Thornhill has a perfect GMC for you. Powerful, reliable, and comfortable truck? Then don't miss this opportunity to get the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can enjoy 0.9% APR financing plus $32.50 purchase allowance with an eligible trade. And that's not all. Take advantage of no monthly payments until 2024. Click or come by ThornhillGMSuperstore.com. We are professional grade. Get more on the Thornhill Motor Mile, US 119 Chapmanville. For all offers through Team Financial, see Thornhill for all details.
Unleash your inner lumberjack at Axes and Ales, Charleston's premier axe throwing destination, in this week's 50-50 Friday. Grab your friends, test your skills, and experience the thrill of hitting the bullseye. With expert coaches and a lively atmosphere, it's the perfect place for a night out. Axes and Ales, downtown Charleston. Let the fun fly. Friday at 9 a.m. Go to WCHSnetwork.com and click the 50-50 Friday button to get 50% off gift certificates for Axes and Ales, courtesy of the WCHS family of networks.
7 away from 10. Brian Nicholson is our producer today. Bigly, Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Fruit Pharmacy Tech's pickleball tournament as well. Now, it's actually not being held down there. It's actually being held, I understand, in Nitro on Saturday, but they're kind of tying it in with Rib Fest. Again, proving that these things are not just about one town or one particular community. So he wanted us to remind you, and you could simple Google search, you'll be able to find that. It's the first annual Rib Fest tournament, and Todd File, who put on the 9/11 tournament, according to what John told me, the 911 tournament, I should say, is the one that's doing this. Will be in Nitro on Saturday. Little programming note about tomorrow's show. Of course, it's Friday Funhouse, which means we'll have Hannah Gardner from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. So many things going on in this area this weekend. We don't want to forget that this is the final weekend for the Charleston Dirty Birds at home. They've been out on the road. They're coming back to Gomart Ballpark with games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our good friend Eden Douglas is going to stop by to talk about that and some of the things that are going to be going on during the off-season over at the ballpark. And also tomorrow, my special guest host is a gentleman that is certainly no stranger to this building here at 1111 Virginia Street, East in Charleston, and to this microphone in this room, Rick Johnson. Rick, of course, somewhat of a legend in the world of broadcasting. He crossed over, as Morgan Robinson said earlier, he crossed over to the dark side. He's not doing radio. He's doing television now with our good friends over WOWK. But Rick Johnson is going to return to the airwaves, the radio airwaves, tomorrow to co-host this show. We have a new member of the House of Delegates. The governor yesterday announcing that former delegate and media scumbag Jeff Campbell will be the new delegate for the 46th district out of Greenbrier County. The former holder of that seat, Mike Honaker, stepped down when the governor appointed him to be the new Inspector General of the Department of Homeland Security. I say media scumbag about Jeff Campbell because he's a very, very good friend of mine, and he's part of this fake news media that we're all a part of here, as some candidates for governor have alluded to. He's a radio guy down in Greenbrier County, also an educator. He's also a teacher. And he has been closely associated with sports down in Greenbrier County and also part of the WVU sports broadcast as well. So you see the grand plan of us, all of us here in the world of fake news. Eventually, we just take over state government. See, I mentioned a couple days ago that the general manager of this company, the Charleston branch of WVRC Media, Joe Parsons, is going to be running for House, replacing Steve Westfall in Jackson County, who is not going to seek re-election, said he's going to run for Jackson County Commission. So we have Jeff Campbell in, and we get Joe Parsons in, and slowly our plan is coming together that the media actually controls state government. As they said, it is a big diabolical plan of all of us fake news people to come in here. And I'm going to next announce my intentions for 2024. Of course, I'm kidding about all this, at least about the media takeover and my involvement. But congratulations to my old friend, media scumbag Jeff Campbell, who we all refer to in the business as Soup. Great guy, served in the House of Delegates before, and he has been appointed to that position. So congratulations to Soup Campbell. Somewhat bizarre story yesterday happened around this time at Sissonville High School. Jarrett Lewis' story posted WVMetroNews.com. The Kanawha County Sheriff's Department has a 15-year-old kid in custody for trespassing at Sissonville High School. Deputies called to the school around this time yesterday morning for a call of a suspicious person at the school. The school went on lockdown. Now, the kid had been a student at Sissonville, but was expelled and was now attending this Chandler Academy school. Deputies at the school in a matter of minutes looking for the kid, who was reported by students and staff to be in a restroom or a classroom at the school. No students were harmed. No weapons were found. Just kind of apparently just showed up as his old school. And so, again, Jarrett Lewis has got the story posted at WVMetroNews.com. I talked about Rib Fest earlier and so many other things going on in the Kanawha Valley this weekend. I got a note from my friend David Fletcher, who's the mayor of Bell, about their Cruise In and Car Show, which is happening Friday and Saturday. Cruise In tomorrow night from 4 till 9. This is at 1100 East DuPont Avenue in Bell. The car show Saturday morning starting at 9 a.m. All these vehicles have to be registered, I understand, Dave tells me, by noon. They got a 50-50 going on. They got music. Also, the Dunbar Fall Festival is weekend. So certainly, If you ain't got nothing to do, that's on you, because there are a lot of activities that are going to be going on in the Kanawha Valley this past weekend. Oh, in the middle of this, there's a ball game in Morgantown, too. Texas, with Judge Duke Bloom retiring, who will now take over the case of former Chapmanville police officer Dudley in the case of the missing canine officer Chase? I'm assuming, again, you shouldn't assume, but I'm presuming that Stephanie Abraham will now take that case. I guess that's the way that works. Again, not an attorney, don't even play one on TV, wasn't even allowed to watch People's Court. So I'm not exactly sure, but I'll try to get an answer to that. All right, my thanks to Stephanie Abraham for being here, and also Aaron and Morgan and folks from Rib Fest gets underway today. Go down and have lunch on the Boulevard. Haddad Riverfront Park for Rib Fest. It runs through this weekend. Coming up, as I said, tomorrow on the show, guest host, radio legend turned TV executive Rick Johnson's going to be here. Hannah Gardner from the Kanawha Charleston Humane Association with our Adopt Me Please Pet of the Week. Final weekend for the Dirty Birds. Eden Douglas here to talk about that. Plus, we got some things related to the Mothman Festival to talk about tomorrow as well. Ryan Nicholson, my producer. Ryan, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful weather on what's not even fall yet. Hobby coming up. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.
WCHS AM, W243DRFM Charleston, and W283AQ Cross Lanes, a WVRC media station. We're proud to live here too.